Alright, this is just a little documentation. I'm getting ready to redo this deck. It's been here for 20 years. I probably got into more than I wanted to today, but this is the situation. Looks like crap. It's been here 20 years. It's plenty solid. But anyway, I just started on this just now. I'm going to tear these steps up and probably redo the stringers on this, but on this I'm looking at, and it looks like this ledger board, I'm going to leave all of the framing, because the ledger board, you can see right there where they lagged it in, and then that's a 4x4 that they've notched out properly, and that's into dirt, but that's up underneath the eave, so that's nice and dry. And that's all good. A lot of people, I'm sure, would tear all this out, but I'm not going to do it. And this is, all this is, you know, plenty good. And it's lagged into the house over here on this side. And then this, I started pulling these boards up here, and of course all these are ring shank. These are, you know, 16 penny ring shank nails in the whole thing, which those actually don't look like it, but there they are right there. That's what I'm pulling out, and this is a damn nightmare. Well, as usual, got into more than I wanted to here. Everything looks good except that right there, and that's where the corner post of the 4x4 that was holding these stairs up. So I've got a bottle jack up under there holding this up. These are fine. I'm going to knock this off, and I might cut the bottom of that post off, which I've excavated down in there, and it's good. And this 4x4 that I pulled out, that was the fence post, I mean, that's been in there for 20 years, and that's the worst that is. You know, that thing's, well, that's still not too bad for 20 years. That was the problem. That's where the stairs were nailed into it. Alright, this is the update. About the only thing rotten on here was, this wasn't rotten, but this post right here was. And so I just put this other post back in and tied that back in like it was. I jacked it up to do that.
And I pulled out 150 of these nails all by myself. See?
So that is another 4x4 just put in. I actually just put that back in the dirt. I was going to pour concrete and then anchor it where the original one was just stuck in the dirt, but it actually wasn't rotten at all, and the only rotten spot was right here, and the whole inside of this post was rotten. So I figured if I get 20 years out of that, and that's rock solid right there. And this one, that's got a piece of rebar in the bottom of that notched out, and all that's good to go over there. Alright, this is just showing some progress. I started on this deck the other day. I'm leaving a lot of my old deck, but I started tearing this stuff off the other day, and I was tearing it off with that pry bar right there. These are the ones that, this is a 20-year-old deck, and these were put down originally. These are only 3-inch spiral deck nails. The other ones were ring shanks, and they are like a nightmare to pull out. You can see, like this one right here, trying to pull this out with this. See, that's what it is. Well, anyway, I was beyond overwhelmed yesterday, but I saw this. I was looking online, what can you get This is the deal. See how those just break off? I mean, those things are like, it's like taking screws up. Anyway, you can get the idea on this. Alright, this is just another little follow-up on this thing right here, because I am so tickled with this. I was so overwhelmed yesterday trying to pull the nails out with that. Man, this is with one hand here, but not only does it pull the deck boards up, see how that thing's designed for that. See, that's how hard these nails are in here. These are 3.5-inch ring shanks. Okay, that one came out. That thing is just too cool. Alright, this is where we are tonight. It's almost 6 o'clock. If I can stitch these videos together. And then of course I'm going to snap a line and cut that off. But this is what I got so far. And over here they had 45'd the deck, so I'm doing it like they did because I have to. I was just going to run them out straight like this, but I can't because the way the deck is framed, so that's a slight pain to try to cut this over here because it's not an exact 45. I found out after I did that one, and then this one I kind of played with it, and that's probably about as good as that's going to get, which I'm going to glue it, and then I'm pre-drilling those ends, and I'm going to get started tomorrow because I've been out here doing this all day. But alright, this is just a follow-up on this deck. I actually started this, the other videos were from 6 months ago, back in like October, but I just pulled out this GoPro and was looking at all those videos that I made where I tore the old one up, and I never finished it. I guess I never used this camera. Anyway, this is how it all turned out. I didn't, do a tutorial on building it. That's pretty common sense there. This is actually Easter Sunday 2020 in the middle of this COVID virus thing. Anyway, I was just looking back at the old footage, those brown upright 4x4s. I left those and I just got some deck paint, not stain, and painted them all. That's been replaced.